spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So North Carolina's offense will get the ball first. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football. I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Lopez to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. So Clemson's offense will get the ball for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. Well, Jesse, one-on-one. This is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
The give to the back. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Using his legs, it's Davidson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming to this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. So QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guys so we can make the catch. You put that behind them, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Looking to throw on third. Fires to the tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Going to the ground. Turning it on!
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna run it. It's Randall. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Under fire. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Got him downfield. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Lopez wants to fire. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Finding open areas. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Klubnik. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll get him down after a solid
trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Goss. It's a seam wide open. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll try the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a crease. It's Davidson. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. He lets it fly. Holds it in on the left. Running free. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Cincinnati is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Iowa State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
I tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. To the air on 1st down. Escapes the sack. Soft spot in the middle. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Lopez to pass. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if he...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Goss. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
The Tar Heels are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. That is no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll give it to the back. Slithers into space. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Throwing right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Kenan Memorial.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. And the Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it. They'll send out the offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
The Tigers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
The Tar Heels need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Lopez wants to fire. Punts it out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The ball bounces through the end zone and it will be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook.
Oh, ball's out! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your first carry, you're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble and give it to the other team.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up the first down. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense haul these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, it is such a weapon to have running backs that can not only run the football, but can catch it as well. And a nice job there, David, finding the matchup one-on-one with a linebacker, a little angle route to get the first down.
Yeah, and those angle routes are hard to defend because the running back looks like he's going out first. So when I'm a linebacker, I'm like, oh, crap, I got to catch him. And then he breaks in really quickly, and a nice throw to throw it in front of him and get the first down.
Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. He lofts one down the sideline. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. He'll throw it. Hauls it in. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Got a man. It's Ship.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the ground with the back. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This deep
shot for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, UNC!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He is denied. Stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the two-point conversion. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. On the run, it's Davidson. Wow. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football. I got the lead. The clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense, you have to understand the situation. You have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
Lopez to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of the big play coming on 3rd and long. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
To the ground. He's got it again. He breaks a tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late. Here comes Clemson with another first down. On the run, it's Davidson. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. To the air, it's Klubnik. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. On the direct snap, it's Woods. He'll be stopped short. Still a one-point game here in the fourth. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
That's a huge blow, man. You got a chance to go take the lead and put yourself in a position you know you can win the ball game. And now, instead of that, you've turned the football over. Now you're trailing. The defense is going to have to do something special for you.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Offense gets set for second down. The run from the shotgun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout called by the defense and 15 seconds to go in this one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the shotgun, the inside give. Timeout is called by the defense and 12 seconds remain in the football game.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Lopez wants to fire. Rush is on him. He's taking the deep shot. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.